What's up, everybody, and thanks for tuning back in to Wiz World TV on this beautiful Sunday. I am DJ Wiz, and I got a special guest today. First of all, let me talk about where I'm at. I'm at my high school, Peach County High School, the home of the Trojans. Go Trojans! We standing right here on Anderson Field, on the outside of Anderson Field. I got a special guest. I'm honored to have him today, Mr. Tim Wilson. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. It's good to be with you today.
Hey, man, thank you so much. I saw you at a T-ball game earlier in the week, and I just asked for a little bit of your time because you got a real story to tell, and I wanted some of my viewers to be able to understand, you know, your story. We want to start from the beginning of it so they'll understand how long you've been supporting Peach County football, basketball, all the sports. It's been a lot of years. Let's start off talking about it, Mr. Wilson.
Okay, well, let's take football, for instance. I haven't missed a Peach County game in 41 years.
41 years. That's what I remember. I can remember when my brothers was going to school back in the day and I was coming up as a little kid. I remember seeing you. I got to school, I remember seeing you. I'm still seeing you at the games. 41 years.
That's right, 486 consecutive games.
Wow.
Home and away. People say, is that just home games? No, that's anywhere the Trojans have been.
Away games also?
Away. As far south as Cairo, as far north as Calhoun, as far west as LaGrange, and as far east as Augusta.
Wow, can you believe that? Now, I know I got some Trojan fans out there tuning in. Everybody know you. I mean, what do you think about when you see these gates, entering these gates? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Well, there's nothing like football Friday night in Peach County with the Trojans in action. There's nothing like the Trojans. They're the #1 team in my book. I've been following them for all these years, and I just love the Peach County Trojans. I
love them too. When we come back, we're going to take a short break, talk some news. When we come back, I want to talk about some of the greatest moments in Peach County Trojan history. Can we do that?
We can do that.
All right, let's jump into some news. Now, this guy who's been talking about fighting Floyd Mayweather, Gregory O'Connor, I think that's his name. He's from the UFC. I don't know if you heard of him. But Floyd Mayweather wants to fight him, and Floyd wants $100 million for the fight. Now, this guy came out and said he wants $100 million too. That's a lot of money to fight, huh?
Sure is. I'd take it myself. I'd fall down for it.
Let's check out these highlights.
And I said, he gets 100 million, I get 7 million. That's a pay cut to me. I don't take pay cuts. I thought boxing was where the money was at. The 7 million is absolutely laughable. He's talking 100 million. I'm also talking 100 million. I'm 27 years of age, and I'm just about halfway through a $100 million contract. At 27 years of age, Floyd Mayweather was on Oscar De La Hoya's undercard. So, compare that. Who doesn't want to conquer both worlds? He's getting old now. You know, I have the size, I have the reach, I have the height. I have the youth. He needs me. I don't need him.
All right, back on Wiz World, DJ Wiz and Mr. Tim Wilson. Peach County, the Trojans, we got to talk about it today. I'm at my high school. We're standing outside Anderson Field. And just welcome back to the show, Mr. Tim. I really appreciate you for being on the show. We're talking 41 years of going to all the games, home games, away games. What kept the streak going for you?
Well, it's just, you know, when we first thought about getting married, I told my wife all I wanted to do is get to 200 games.
Wow.
Well, we done twice that, and looking towards if we got to the semifinals this year, could possibly make 500 consecutive games this upcoming season.
Wow.
Which we hope we do. We want to make 500 plus one. That way we'd win the state championship.
Now, Peach County need to sponsor you, do something. You get any kind of perks or any kind of free tickets or something, they need to give you something, all this support.
Just the enjoyment of watching the young people come through here and seeing them be successful in life. That's my main purpose in supporting the young people. Want them to make something in life and realize that football or athletics is a means to an end. It's not the end to the means. And that's the thing that I try to encourage them to get their education, do the things that they need to do in order to be good citizens, to come back to Peach County or wherever they live and make a difference in someone else's life. That's my main purpose.
I like that, Tim. Now let's talk about a few of the greatest moments in Trojans history. Now my brother was telling me about this basketball team back, I think in '78. It was full of juniors that won the championship. Do you remember that?
I did. I was a freshman in high school.
Wow.
We finished second the sub-region.
Okay.
Finished second the region. Won 4 straight in the state tournament up at Georgia Tech and ended up #1 in the state.
Woo! I mean, they were smoking.
Ironically, there were 3 Metro Atlanta teams up there and us, and my daddy, who is a character within himself, asked him, said, who y'all playing? One of them said, some little old rinky-dink team from Peach County. And Daddy said, that little rinky-dink team, Peach County, gonna tear all y'all up and win the state. And we were the unlikely state champions that year. And that was great. That is the only basketball state champion that we have in the history of Peach County High School.
Wow, wow. Any more great moments that you can remember from football or basketball? What are like the #1 greatest moment in history that you can remember?
Well, I'd have to say probably the greatest moment in history would be the first state championship we won.
Okay.
Which was in 2005, and we started that season 0-3. And we went over to play Houston County at McConnell Talbot. Everybody was fussing and raising sand, and we were 0-3, and we had gotten beat bad by Northside. We looked bad when we went over to Montgomery and played. But you could see, I could, in the third quarter of the game at Houston County, which we lost, the only time Houston County beat us. But you could kind of see that team coming around, and folks were fussing and raising sand because, you know, 0-3 in Peach County is not very popular.
It's not at all.
And I told them, I said, I tell y'all what, I said, we fixing to win the next 12 straight and win the state championship. People just cussing me out. But I said, well, I knew if we lost the next week that we'd be in trouble because Southwest was coming up.
Yeah.
And Southwest is not a very successful program. They got a good thing, good coach now trying to build a program. And of course, we beat them 55-0. And then from there on, we went all the way to beat Doherty.
Yeah.
Down at Hugh Mills Stadium for the state title. And that first state championship would have to be a great, great highlight. You know, what people don't realize, we've won 3 state titles, we played for 7. And people get to thinking, well, we should have won this and should have won that one. What we don't realize, not but one team gonna win a state title.
You're right, you're absolutely right about that.
So if you win 1 in a lifetime, you've done something, but to win 3. And we did that. Of course, the 09 team was a team that was undefeated. That was when I made my 400th consecutive game. Was the night we won the region that year. And that was a highlight to go 15-0. And Gaines was scored on the last play of the game, and then Luke Crowell knocked the ball down, and we won 13-12. That would be a great highlight in Trojan history. But I think the best game that's probably ever been played here, and there've been a lot of great games, would be the semifinal game between us and Marist in 1992.
Ooh, you know that history, I tell you.
Marist was a grind them out team.
Okay.
And we were a big play team. So we grind them out, and they'd grind it out, and then we scored quickly, and then they'd grind it out. Well, going down on the last drive, we were leading 34-28. We'd missed the extra point. And we stopped Marist 9 inches from the goal line. Wow. They had no timeouts left, and they did not have time to get off another play. And we won 34-28 to play Thomas County Central, which we lost in the finals. But that was the greatest game that was played here. There were 3 penalties in the game, and if there was ever a possibility of a flawless game by both teams, that would be it. That would be it.
Anderson Field, we are here. We're going to talk more Trojan sports when we come back. And also, some of the things that people don't know you do on your off time. It's not just about Trojan sports. I mean, you do a lot of things. You umpire. We're going to talk about some of those things when we come back. But right now, I want y'all to check out some of these highlights. Game 3 tonight. These two are tied. What you think about this Oklahoma and Golden State series going on?
That's a great series, and Oklahoma State's got an advantage now. They really have the home field advantage because
they do.
Golden State messed around and lost that first game at home.
You're right, you're right. Y'all check out the highlights. Big game tonight.
Isaiah, give us the look for the Golden State Warriors now. 12-0 after a loss this season. They respond again when they absolutely had to.
Well, Greg, referenced their mental stamina earlier in terms of them being able to lock in, concentrate, and good teams always start the season and they say, hey, we're not going to lose 2 in a row. And Golden State has followed that path for the whole season. And the thing that I like about them now is that, again, they're battle tested. So now they got to go to OKC and win a game. And we'll see if OKC can come out with the same mental stamina that they had in Game 1, or will they, be a little rattled as they were in Game 2.
All right, Trojans, we're doing it for Peach County today, live at the Anderson Field. Got Mr. Tim Wilson with me. We've been talking about Peach County sports. Oh, by the way, Bentley's in the shot today. This is my son, Tim.
Hello, Bentley.
He's always on the blog with me. You gonna play sports at Peach County, Bentley?
Yeah.
I think he want to be a Trojan one day too. That'll be awesome.
Can't beat that.
Can't beat it at all. But let's talk about, speaking of the youth, you've been working with the youth for a long time. How long have you been working with just the recreation department? I came up watching you umpire. Like, how long have you been doing that?
I've umpired for 37 years. I've actually been involved for 40.
Okay.
But I missed a couple of years when my father was sick and he passed, and then I had some health issues about 3 or 4 years ago, and the doctor said you got to back up a little bit. So I tried to follow through with that.
Yeah.
But I've been involved with Peach County Recreation Department for 37 years because I started umpiring when I was 14 years old.
Wow, wow. What gives you that drive? What keeps that drive going? I mean, to keep coming to the game, keep working with the youth, giving your time. What does that for you? What drives you?
I think it's kind of feeling like you're making a difference in somebody's life.
And you are.
And when I found that out in the last few years, and this year, which was ironic, I finally hit my 3rd generation of umpiring young people in Peach County. So that's been kind of a thrill. And of course, the grandmother said, well, Tim, it might mean me and you getting old. But to be able to be a part of young people's lives and then to see them grow and see them mature and then see them become outstanding citizens of our community. And that's what we all have the responsibility to do, is if we'll live in a community, we have the responsibility to support our young people in their endeavors and encourage them in a positive way to stay involved, stay in school, get their education, and then be productive citizens in society. And we all bear that responsibility. And that's one reason that I stay involved in it. I did a reevaluation of my life a few years ago, and the Lord revealed to me simply that I'm here to be there for the parents who either cannot be here or will not be here. And I think we all bear that same responsibility to support our young people.
That is awesome. How's that football team looking this year? How are we looking at this upcoming year, Trojan football?
Well, from what I understand, everything is looking good, but we got a tough schedule. We're going to open up right off the bat with Houston County.
All right.
And they got that outstanding quarterback over there, which I'm looking forward to seeing play.
Okay, all right.
But I'm looking forward to a Trojan win.
Yeah.
And I hope he has a good game, but you know, I still have to be for that black and gold.
Black and gold. I bleed the black and gold. Peach County Trojans, Mr. Tim, I thank you so much for being on the show. Last minute thoughts, last minute shout outs. You want to say hello to anybody out there?
I just want to tell everybody hello and thank you to my many friends who've been supportive in me being able to do some of the things that I'm able to do. And I'm so thankful to be a part of this community and be a Peach County Trojan.
All right. Thank y'all so much for watching Wiz World. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Go Trojans.